Welcome to this, your daily 180 Bible study. This week we're looking at Acts chapter 17, verse number 16. Paul is in Athens, and as he looks around, his spirit is provoked within him because he sees that the city is given over to idolatry. How in the world could we be involved in a sin like that today? And how do we overcome it? Well, when we turn over to the book of Colossians, chapter 3, we're given both the nature of idolatry and the solution to idolatry. Next week, we're going to be talking about how to eradicate idolatry. But I want you to look right now at verse number 5. In verse 5, Paul says, "Therefore put to death in your members which are on the earth, fornication, uncleanness, passion, evil desire, and covetousness, which is idolatry." Now, Paul there says covetousness is idolatry. The idea of covetousness is an inordinate desire for something that you're not authorized to have. Now, these other items, do they fall into the category of covetousness? Well, according to the grammar, Paul is not specifically talking about them. However, think about this. He talks about all these sexual sins, and what are we told in the Ten Commandments? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Do you see the idea here? When you engage in these things, you're involved in having an inordinate desire for something that you're not authorized to have. Somebody is looking at a woman and said, "Boy, I want her. I want to figure out how to get her." Beware, beware. You're involved in idolatry. Isn't it an amazing thing how we can begin to let our heart stray and we go in directions that lead us farther and farther away from God? Well, how do we do away with that? Well, back up to verse number 1 of Colossians chapter 3. "If then you were raised with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ is sitting at the right hand of God. Set your mind on things above and not things on the earth." You see, we have to overcome those idols that we set up in our heart. We have to overcome those with our thoughts. And we have to focus on those things which are pleasing and in accordance with God's Word. And we do that by being diligent students of God's Word. Join us again next week for your Daily 180.